I wanted to give you a quick overview of this magical planner that I keep talking about because it is definitely magical. So here is partial picture of it because I didn't want to black out my student names. I just going to not show them. So at the bottom right here, you're seeing just a portion of it is the input schedule. But I wanted to start here with the planner because this is where it ends. This is where the planner is all filled out and beautiful and magical. Now I have some of my columns hidden. I hid them. That's like a whole nother thing we can go into later. So if you have it and you're looking at yours and you're like, hers looks much shorter. Well, that's because I hid some of the columns on mine. Because that's the beauty of this. You can't really delete anything, but you can hide a lot of the things. And so I just like to see the lesson code, obviously over here off the screen where you cannot see, like to have the student name and picture. But the lesson code, the lesson name, class time, the award I have chosen, the prop I have chosen, if I select an award like I did right here for this class, if I had any other notes, which I only have the one. I don't put in a lot of my own lesson notes. I just haven't gotten to that part of the planner, I guess. And then these are lesson notes by the wonderful Miss Rivera. They are amazing. And when there isn't one, it's very sad. But I think almost, you see this one here, but it's an assessment. But for most of them, they are there, and she did that. And if you're a brand new teacher, it's pretty much an outline, and it is wonderful to have. At the bottom, you can see that the Google Slides Rewards is a tab. Again, I have it where you can't see the student names, but over here to the left is the student's name, and then any previous rewards that I might have used. Let me see if I can scoot that over for a moment. You can see, no, I can't do it right now. I can see for that student here that previously, which you cannot see, I had used an Avengers Find a Star. So that if I kind of went off book for whatever reason, change it up a little bit. For example, here for this Andy, there's ordinal numbers, Jeopardy, teacher versus, there's missing. I chose to go with the Jeopardy one, but then once we got into class, I ended up doing an Avengers one. He just wasn't ready for that yet. He's fairly new to that level and fairly new to the platform, so he just wasn't ready for that yet. New student to me. I don't have anything hidden here. There are search features. There's whole videos. Up here you can save your favorites. Again, people do much better. I'm just trying to do an overview. I'm not really trying to show you how, teach you how to use it. I'm just trying to, been getting a lot of questions of what exactly is it. So, and then there is the feedback tab where you have the feedback. And then the favorites tab. This is where the majority of the magic happens. Now, you don't have to use any of these tabs if you don't want to, but definitely use the favorites tab. This is where, let me pause the video for a moment. Okay, now that I have my screen moved, this is where you are going to choose. So right here where it says lesson, this is where you choose, and then you click this little arrow, little down arrow, and it magically, if you look right here, there's a little box that lights up right next to that lesson. Now I have this one ready to go. So here, you just choose whichever one of these you like, or if you created your own, then you can just insert your own. You can see here, I have not taught these lessons yet. which I always giggle because I've taught all around some of these. And then here are just some suggested rewards people have done that you can copy and paste. Feedback here, it shows up on the feedback tab as well. But if you like to create your own feedback, or maybe you've been using Feedback Panda and you're wanting to switch over, wherever the name is, you insert name and then copy and paste right here in this column for your feedback. Then on the feedback tab, it will show you under your favorite edited template will show up there, and then with your student's name already in it. So then all you have to do is copy and paste. It's amazing. All right, and then I cannot click on it because it shows students' names, and I just did want to black them out this time. But on the My Classes tab, if you decide to click Save Planner, then it will save the information from the planning page, your reward, your student's name, the lesson time, your feedback, will all be saved onto the Classes tab. So that's what that tab is. And then the Students tab is where it just keeps track of all your students. So if you've taught, like my name is Kelly, so if you've taught 20 Kellys, now you'll have to do like Kelly 1, Kelly 2, Kelly 3, Kelly 4, Kelly 5, or give them, like Kelly level 2, and this is Kelly, but she's on level 4, so I call her Kelly level 4. Or young Kelly or older Kelly, if you have young and older students, whatever nickname that you give them, so that the planner knows to save it with this Kelly, save this information with that Kelly. But this is a great place to go so that you can see all of that information in one place. If I have taught a student and I need to go, what did I say in the last feedback? Well, let me show you. Okay, I'm going to show you this really tiny screen. But on the feedback tab, now it doesn't give on this tab the exact feedback. If I want the exact word for word feedback, that's going to be on my Classes tab. And then I can just do Control Find or Command Find, Control F or Command F to find by the student's name. And then I can see exactly what I copied and pasted. But on the feedback tab, you can take notes. Right here, this was a new student to me, so I noted her age, which there is another place, but sometimes I just want a quick place. This is from the previous class. So I have her coming up again, or this morning I had her. And so I looked and I went, oh yes, this is the new student. She was 12 years old. Now I remember, yes, she's got good conversation skills. She's a good reader. And then that kind of helps me prepare. You can really put anything there. This student I've had for a little bit, and so I just put she's ready for assessment. There's nothing in particular right now that we're working on. We might when she gets into the next part. But that was her last class, not the one that we worked on this morning. Okay, just a couple of more things. Don't forget to check this out. You're having issues with your planner, you've gone back and you've followed all the steps that everybody's told you, you've done the version history, blah, blah, blah. You can go back and find the email that was sent to you, or if you can at least get this tab to pull up, then you can just recopy the master planner right here, which is pretty nice. You can't find your slide guide, or you need to update your slide guide. Right there it is. So go through and get some of this. Make sure you read through that because that's pretty amazing. Right now, the only other bonus tab that I have is this one. This is the payment tab that she created, which is amazing. And you can keep track. So I can go through and click if it was full pay or half pay. I don't do trials anymore. I didn't like the stress of being switched in the last minute, so I don't do trials anymore. So I generally don't have anything that does half pay. anymore. If it's short notice, I just click that button, and then all this magical math happens up at the top. You can go through and just delete. You just click and hit the delete button and it's gone. Or you can put it back. It is as easy as that. And then you can keep track. So if you have short notice that pops up, like this one never filled, so it's just blank. I've got this one and I'm hoping that fills, but it might not. This one was filled, but this one has canceled for tomorrow, so I can just go through and delete it. So what I usually do is I just fill it out for the whole week and then make changes throughout the week as it happens, so it's not, you know, all at one time. And then the student history tab is something that I added and I'm still getting familiar with, but I think once I learn all the ins and outs, I think I'm really going to like it as well. All right, with this new planner update, when I say new, you can see up here at the top that mine was 3/11. There might be a newer one out. I haven't checked yet. But at least with this updated one, you don't have to put in your email anymore. It's automatically in there. So all you do is hit this little email, and then it magically sends it to your email. It's beautiful. And then that's it. Then you're done for the day. So this is the input tab. This is just the very top of it because, again, I already have some information in there. But you will choose and copy and paste your lessons, follow the instructions in the video, pause it, and then follow each step. In all of the Google Slide videos that you have found, they're amazing. I don't want to remake them. But you don't have to save the planner. That's the one I was talking about. You don't have to save it if you don't want to. If you don't care to look back at classes and all of that kind of stuff, you certainly do not have to. But I do. So I click Save Planner, and then once it'll tell you that it's finished up here, and then I come over here and I click Reset Planner, and it clears out the planner, but it's pretty much just clearing out your input in your planner tab, and then sets it up so that when you copy and paste like tomorrow's information or your next set of classes information down here underneath of all this, you copy and paste and then you click Start Planner. And once you do that, it does the rest, and that is it. And then follow the videos on how to choose your favorites and all of that, because they do a way better job than I do. But stay tuned. Next week, I'm going to give you a little insight into how I actually use this planner during classes, and how I actually use the Google Slides and Google Props in an actual classroom setting during the classroom time. All right, thank you for watching this week. Click like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. I have some amazing content coming. And make sure and click the notification button so you know when the next video comes out. Thank you. See you next week. Bye.